Good morning, everyone. It's Runway DFW Live. Coming to just a little bit early right now because we've got a Qatar Cargo 777 coming in from Mexico City. And so we will begin the official festivities. I'll show you there, but trust me, you'll be seeing this. Plane arriving, touching down from Mexico City, although not Mexico City International Airport. This is another airport. I believe it's a new airport or a new-ish airport in the Mexico City area. The call letters or the airport code is NLU. And I believe that the government has redirected, the Mexican government has directed all or most cargo planes to operate out of that airport instead of Mexico City to relieve congestion. So there you go. Here we are at Founders Plaza overlooking the UPS cargo facility. There is one of 3 MD-11s. Now we will be able to show you in just a few moments when we have a little break in the action. We'll show you the arrival of that plane, which happened just before we went on the air today. Getting settled in here. We have American Flight 962, a 787-9. That airline's biggest jetliner coming in from Sao Paulo, Brazil after a 9-hour and 19-minute flight. And then if we have a break, we'll officially start the program, and then we'll everybody, and we'll play back that MD-11 arrival. Here on Runway DFW. So just before 6 a.m. Scheduled starting time. We're staying as big Dreamliner. Still about a minute away. So we'll say hello to you from our perch here at Founders Plaza. We're operating with our nighttime cameras right now, but we'll flip over to daytime camera in about maybe an hour, a little more from now, when the sun ariseth. Here is the UPS facility. I'm counting, I can't even count the planes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 planes there, 3 of which are MD-11s. No 747s this morning. So let's switch back to camera A here, and we'll get our first Dreamliner of the morning. Glad you found us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. You can expect to see a lot of American Airlines and American Eagle planes as we go through the morning. But we see some other interesting things as well. live from Sao Paulo, Brazil. It's our first passenger plane of the morning. We'll see many more through the course of the next 3 hours. Right here on your home for jet age entertainment, Runway DFW.
Out of the blue of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
Hello, can you hear me? I think you can now. Sorry about all that. We had a cable come loose. You are watching Runway DFW live from DFW International Airport on this Wednesday, September 27th in the year 2023. My name is Walt. We're here at DFW Airport Founders Plaza. We're on the northwest side of the big airport overlooking runways 18 left and 18 right. And I think you saw the pictures, but you weren't able to see or maybe even hear what was happening. We had a Qatar Cargo plane coming in from Mexico City to begin our program. And that was a 777, I believe. And then we saw an American Airlines plane coming in from Sao Paulo, Brazil. So, that was that. We are now trying to play catch up with you. We don't have any planes coming in, so what we're going to do now is play for you. You see that plane there, that one right smack dab in the middle? That's a UPS MD-11, a cargo plane which came in just before we went on the air today. And so what we're going to do is we're going to show you a recording of that plane landing. because we can do that here on Runway DFW. So here's the replay. Let's see if that works. As you can see on the clock, that was about 20 minutes ago when this landed. This was the third of 3 MD-11s that arrived as we were setting up. So I don't know if we'll get to see another one today. One of these may go out again. We've got 3 parked over next door to us. So we can look at this one for a while. I've let it record and then stopped, and then we'll see it coming towards us. So Outdoor Dude says, good morning, everyone. Channel member Mick Larkin says, morning, Walt and everyone. So that includes everyone, I think. A-List Flyer Chris says, good morning to anyone I may have missed, and thank you for joining us. A-List Flyer Chris, one of our great Runway DFW moderators. And there you see the rather abrupt change in scene from, we cut out a couple of minutes there to show you the plane approaching here. Devin Barnes says, good evening from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Devin. And again, you're watching a recording of something that happened just a couple of minutes ago. MTW Kirby says, good morning, Dallas. Good morning to you, Kirby. Channel member Evelyn MD checking in at 4 a.m. her time. That is up. That is up early. I see a lot of your messages were regarding our audio issues. I think I sorted them out. Ravinda Hedge says, good morning from India. So good morning all the way across the world. Allison N., a channel member, says, good top of the morning to you, Walt. Channel member Brian Henry says, good morning, Walt, and to all the Runway DFW family. And don't worry, you're not missing anything live right now. Nothing is going on here on the west side of the airport. Channel member Nigel Coxon says, good morning, everyone. Good to see you, Walt. I think that's what that stands for. I'm not hep to all these new age abbreviations. Austin Swafford says, Walt, I'm on my way out to see you today. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you there, Austin. Brian Trentham, morning, sir. Hope your trip to LAX was worth it and enjoyable. Have a great day. It was a great, great trip to LAX. Hope to do it again soon. Michael Wilson says, good morning from New York. Hello to you, Michael. Aviation Mike, channel member, says, good morning, all. Devin Barnes says, found you through Kevin at AVL. You do an awesome job, mate. Thank you, Devin. Carolyn Crowder. Morning, Walt, and all DFW family. Looking forward to a great show. Thank you. And Bill Calden checking in from Arkansas. Good morning, Walt. A channel member. Thank you, Bill. So we're nearing the end of this sequence. Another thing we didn't get to see, when I pulled up here, the moon was just setting. It's almost full. And it was quite nice to see. We've got a Canadian viewer, Roderick Campbell. Good morning from Newfoundland. Happy to have you here. And Alexander Borga says good morning. So, Alexander asks, what side of the airport do you get to view from, and is it a public place? I like photography, and this could be fun. Yes. Hello from San Antonio. Well, Alexander, this is a public place. We'll show you a wide shot from here in just a second as soon as we finish with this sequence. This plane has now parked at 5:52 Central Time, and as you can, and this is a recording again of a UPS MD-11 that popped in just before we came on the air. So I thought, well, let's give it a look-see. And I was kind of prescient in that way because there's nothing else happening right now. Okay, we're about to run out of this footage. And there's the plane live. We're back live with you here. Let me put in our live bug there. So as you can see, there's already a loader pulled up to the side door there. See if we can get you a little closer look at that. So while we're waiting for airplanes to come and see us, and we do have a plane coming in from Anchorage, American Flight 399. However, it looks like it's vectoring into the east side of the airport. So anyway, well, let's see, we've got another subscriber, Shanti Bonger, says good morning from Zutphen, the Netherlands. Hope I pronounced that right. Pleasure to see you here, Shanti. Sebastian Echeverria says good morning. Teresa with a good morning greeting from the Buckeye State of Ohio. So anyway, we're talking to Alexander about where we are. We are here at Founders Plaza. Look at us here. There's picnic tables. There's places to park. There's a grassy area. You can spread out a blanket and watch the planes. We are overlooking the northwest. Well, we are at the northwest side of DFW Airport, and you know what? We have visual aids. Yes, we do. So there's a map of DFW Airport. There's 7 runways altogether. Only 6 of them are currently active. We overlook that little blue dot there in the upper left, in the upper center. The left center of the screen is where we are. That's where Founders Plaza is. It's free. It's open 24/7, and that's where we hang out. And there's plenty of parking. As I said, there's plenty of places to sit around and watch planes. We do not get a clear view of well, we can see the planes coming in there on the 17s over on the east side, but we get only a clear view of 18 right and 18 left. 18 right is where the planes generally land. 18 left is where the planes generally take off on this side of the airport. Although they do switch it up every now and again. And right now, 17 right there on the east side is closed to traffic. They are reconstructing it. It won't be open again until, I believe, the spring is what the schedule calls for. So they're down to 3 north-south runways there on the east side of the airport. So I hope that gives you the big overview. We are in north flow, we're in south flow right now. So the airplanes are coming in from the north and they're taking off to the south. And that is how things are working right here at the big airport. DFW, one of the biggest airports in the whole world. Jimmy Henry. I'm clicking. There it goes. Good morning, Walt from Kentucky. Wendy KLM fan says, we saw that MD-11 take off live from Louisville. That is so cool. Wisconsin Dave. Greetings from Wisconsin, Walt and crew. A few trains at, a channel member says, can also get attacked by sprinklers if you're really unfortunate. Well, that does happen occasionally here at the big airport. And generally speaking, in the mornings, I haven't had the experience of being sprinklered upon. It's usually late at night, which is kind of why I favor the mornings sometimes. Channel member Stephanie Hutchison is celebrating 4 months of membership. Good morning. Glad to see you are feeling better. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I was down for the count for a couple of weeks here. I got sick on the trip to LAX on the last day, and so I had a little recuperation to do, but I'm feeling much better now. Thank you. Aviation Mike checking in, saying Founders is a great location. And from what I hear, I haven't been to every airport in the world, but and obviously I've been to LAX recently, and there are several great places to watch planes there. But this is a very good spot to watch planes from. You don't have to worry about things. It's there's lots of parking. Hang out with other people who are there's av geeks here, and there's just people, regular folks who are on their lunch break or. We've got a lot of limo drivers coming in here to just kind of wait for their next fare. Joe Crammond says, good afternoon from the UK. 12:15 there, so approaching tea time. Wow, a plane has snuck in on me here. There's actually some action. So let's see if we can bring that to you. Here on Runway DFW, it appears to be a Frontier aircraft. Looks like there's a bunny rabbit on the tail. So I apologize. I got so caught up with all your messages there that I neglected to keep track of my flight radar. That was Frontier Flight 2709 with Hops the Rabbit adorning its tail. An Airbus A320 going to Phoenix, Arizona. Let's see, anything else that I'm about to miss? No, looks like there's nothing else that's either landing or taking off in the near term. So we'll go back to observing the cargo activities adjacent to us. And that's always fun to do. I love to see the how they dispatch the cargo on these planes. It's kind of like a whole symphony of workers with but one purpose in mind: to get you your packages on time. Casey Evan Fort, who paid us a visit on our last trip here Sunday morning, says thank you for the free stuff. The free stuff, he's saying, I gave him a goodie bag from Airline Videos Live. Of course, I'm the official distributor of Airline Videos Live goodie bags here at DFW Airport. Well, anyway, he says, have a great stream, by the way. I don't do cargo, I do passenger jets. Qatar 777. Okay, so he's a... I wasn't clear exactly what he does, Casey, but he works on the planes and makes sure they're ready to go. Casey says N250 UP is the oldest of the MD-11s for UPS. Is that what this plane is? Let's see if we can. Yeah, there it is, N250 UP. So now we need to know how old it is. We're about to find out. It is a spry 27 years old, that aircraft. And of course, UPS and FedEx are both retiring their fleets of MD-11s, the remaining fleets. And, you know, we'll just be seeing fewer and fewer of these mighty aircraft in the coming year. And it's understandable. They are not as efficient as these planes have 3 engines, and that 3 engines consume more fuel than 2, and the newer planes also are more efficient otherwise with their 2 engines. So we'll be seeing more 757s and 767s across the way here, and hopefully we'll still see some UPS MD-11s. I'm sorry, UPS 747s. Our friend MJ Scanlon Photography says this plane is an ex-VASP Brazilian plane from dating back to December of the year
1995.
There we go. Crystal Crowder says, "Good morning, Walt. Excited for a great show." Well, it's a bit of a slow start, I must say. I was thinking that we'd have more action here in the first hour. And I was trying to squeeze in an extra hour of coverage because I've got to be off kind of right at 9 o'clock to go to my other job. So I thought, well, I'll start a little early. We'll have some nighttime footage, and the sun will come up around 7:15, and we'll have another couple hours then. So, whatever. So hang in there with us. It's a little laid back this morning. Skittles, a channel member who I got to talk with there at Cranky Dork Fest up there on the roof of the H Hotel, says, "Good morning, Walt, and the DFW community." Good morning to you, Skittles. You know, I forgot to mention that I was feeling so poorly. You were kind enough to give me a book about an aviation pioneer from the Northwest by the name of Wien, I think, W-I-E-N. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I haven't had a chance to even look at it yet. I should have while I was sick, but when I got back, I parked my suitcase in my room, and I didn't even open it for like 2 weeks. Literally. I just was kind of collapsed in a heap there. So, but I have the book. It's by my bedside now, and I'll get to it pretty soon. So thank you again for that nice gift. Casey says most of the cargo fleet is going to be converted to 767s. Any newer MD-11s are coming from the ex-Lufthansa fleet. But I guess the question is somebody going to take up those MD-11s that are now surplus or will soon be surplus from UPS and FedEx? FedEx has an MD-11 over on the east side. The FedEx has kind of an analogous cargo facility over on the east side of DFW Airport. We can't see it from here, and as a result, we don't normally get to see a lot of FedEx planes coming and going because they generally just take off and land from the east side. There is a 33-year-old FedEx MD-11, which is come up on the radar. Don't know where it's going yet. Doesn't say. Chances are Memphis. And Austin Swafford says, hey, Walt, I'll be out there soon. Well, as long as you get out here before 9 a.m., I should be here. And meanwhile, we continue to tap dance here for you on Runway DFW. Let me take a drink of water here. Well, we're about to see an Embraer 170 SU. You don't usually see the 175s. We're going to see a 170. This is a 19-year-old plane. It's coming in from Manhattan, Kansas. And we'll see it. It'll be another minute or two before it gets here. Meanwhile, hello to all from DFW International Airport. Walt here. Moving the camera around so we can catch this next arrival. It's a flight 3373 American Eagle coming in from Manhattan, Kansas. Z-Mix. Sounds like an FM radio station. Z-Mix 95. Hi from Pennsylvania. We send our greetings back to the Keystone State. Channel member Joy Adams says, good morning, Walt. Good morning to you, Joy. Look at us out here watching for planes. We're grasping at straws, watching for planes. Let's see what the progress is of this Embraer 170. It's getting here. Well, that's where we'll be able to see it. It's so nice to have all of you to talk to, because this would be, I don't know, maybe it's boring anyway, but it'd be a lot more boring if there wasn't this kind of intercontinental interaction between amongst all of us. Boxcar Philly is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Boxcar Philly. And for any of you who may be new to all the YouTube nomenclature, a subscription, you can subscribe to this channel, and you probably say to yourself, "Oh, I got so many subscriptions. I got the Max and the Netflix and the Peacock, and I can't have another subscription." Well, a subscription here on YouTube is free of charge, so it's a little confusing. It just kind of indicates to YouTube that, hey, here's a channel you like, and in the future, YouTube will keep you posted on what we're up to. So I hope if you like what you see, and you're not seeing anything right now, but if you like what you will be seeing, I hope you'll consider subscribing to Runway DFW. Okay, now I see this plane. It almost looks like it's coming in on 18 left, but I can't say for sure. Giovanni Luis is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Giovanni. And so, yeah, that did arrive on 18 left. Nominally the takeoff runway. Lance Cole says, "Greets, Walt, you sound stronger." Hey, Noel Wine was a pioneer. He walked 3 days alone through ice floes to safety after a forced landing. Amazing guy. Ernest Gann referenced him in books. So I will, that is the subject of the book that Skittles gifted me. We do have another plane just about to get here. This is another Embraer 170. What are the chances of that? 18-year-old Embraer 170 coming in from Columbia, Missouri, I suspicion. That's me hunting for planes. All right, we should be seeing it here in a second or two. I'll tell you what, later this morning, oh, there it is. Later this morning, it's going to get very busy here. But for right now, pretty laid back.
Hello, JAL American 2787 for the Eagle Embraer.
So typically at this time of the morning, we see a lot of these regional jets arrive because they're feeding into the big airline network. So if you want to go to LAX from Columbia, got to change planes here. I believe that's Lily, who's our newest subscriber. Thank you, Lily. And that plane came in on 18 right, so we had consecutive Embraer 170 arrivals on 2 different runways. And now they're starting to come in. Our next 2 planes will be American Airlines jets, the first of which will be Flight 2787 arriving from Nashville. And the second of which will be American Flight 2326, an Airbus A320, coming in from Des Moines, Iowa. So things are ramping up here at Runway DFW.
Putting on the brakes, clear to land, 18 right, 1320.
Doug Hewson says, was just watching some night ops at BNE and realized Runway DFW was live. Yes, here we are. Doing our best to bring you everything that's happening here, although it hasn't been much so far. This next flight is the one coming in from Nashville. We'll push the button and say good morning to the Nashvillians or the Nashvillites. It's always a constant wonder of mine, the nomenclature a particular city has for its own residents. You know, Dallas, We've got Dallasites and Fort Worth are Fort Worthians. Got New Yorkers, we've got Los Angelinos. But I don't know about Nashville. Lance Call says BNE, which is Brisbane, is having its first night stream. Dropped in earlier to offer best wishes. Well, I wish them best wishes as well. As we welcome Dan Norton to our list of subscribers. Thank you, Dan. Okay, here comes the flight from Des Moines. I can't tell what kind of morning we're going to have here yet, as far as the sunrise goes. It looks... the sky looks pretty clear. Which is another reason why I relish these kind of pre-sunrise days, because when the sun comes out, it can be pretty brutal. Well, there's another Embraer 170 coming in from Jackson, Mississippi. You'll see it go through the shot there in just a second. It's going in. It's coming in on the east side. It's American Eagle 3595. I've never seen this many Embraer 170s in a row, and that's it there. We don't get a very good look at it because it's so darn far away. But the morning sky is beginning to glow as we look to the east. We're about to welcome flight 2272, an American Airlines plane coming in from Oklahoma City. Let's tilt up here. There it is. There's an Airbus A321 coming in from Oklahoma City. That's just a 31-minute flight. A very short jaunt. The next plane to arrive is going to be American Eagle 4926 from Stillwater, Oklahoma, and that will be a similarly brief journey. Casey wants to know, why are the flags flying at half staff? Well, I don't know. The ones here at Founders Plaza are not. So I don't know if somebody didn't get a message or if somebody did get a message. I don't know. We are waiting for that plane from Stillwater. Here are the flags at Founders Plaza. Fort Worth, left to right, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, and USA, and they're all fully engaged. So I don't know what that might be. Anthony Kafis is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Anthony. Let's see if we can switch around here and bring you exclusive coverage of the flight from Stillwater, Oklahoma. You don't see this on Big Jet TV. TN Monty is our newest subscriber. Thank you, TN. And CBTV also joining in the fun as a subscriber on Runway DFW. CBTV, is that? Do you have a channel devoted to Citizens Band Radio? There's a plane preparing for takeoff. It's American Flight 1960. Sorry, it's 1980. Do we have a jingle for that? I don't think we do. I don't think we go back that far. Oh, there we go. So here is flight
1980.
Now that plane is not, it wasn't built in 1980. It's flight 1980. Someday we'll have a jingle for every flight number, but not right now. You see a Delta plane and an Alaska plane getting ready to go off. The Delta plane is bound for LAX as well, so we've got two Los Angeles bound planes lining up, and the Seattle plane, well, the Delta plane is an Airbus A320. The Seattle bound, or the Alaska plane is bound for Seattle. That's a 737-9. Sebastian Echeverria says, how many cameras do you have for streaming? I've got a bunch of them. We're using 3 today. On Sunday, I was using 4, but because I have to tear down, I have a limited amount of time to tear down today. I've only got 3 going. We got this one pointed over there, and we got this one pointed at me. Michael H. Jackson, good morning, Walt, and everyone from Wichita, Kansas. We have a go-around. Saw it live. That was an American Eagle Embraer 175, flight 3818, coming in from, or attempting to come in from Harlingen, Texas. It went around.
135975, envoy 3818,
Now there had been a landing just before that of American Eagle flight 1342 from Garden City, Kansas, and perhaps that is what, maybe it didn't clear the runway in time, I don't know. So, a little excitement there for us as we watch this Los Angeles bound flight lift off into the morning sky. As an American Eagle flight coming in from Lubbock in the foreground on 18 right. So this plane again bound for the City of Angels. There's that Delta plane, which is also going to Los Angeles. It's an Airbus A320.
Short 18 left, that call paid on board 3694.
1998.
Now that's not the flight number, that's the birthday of this particular aircraft. A 20th century plane. So yes, typically the runway DFW jingle singers salute the planes of the 20th century that are still flying among us.
Good day, American Airlines.
And next in line is the Alaska Airlines flight to Seattle. And again, that's a 7379. I'll bet that's a newer plane. That's a 7-year-old plane. Badger Man 1066 says, what are all the flashing red lights in the distance? I think you're referring to the antenna arrays of Cedar Hill, Texas, which is where most all television and FM radio stations broadcast from here in North Texas. It looks deceptively close. It's about 23 miles from where I'm standing, those antennas, give or take a few, because they're not all in the same exact location. But they're at Cedar Hill, which is terrain-wise one of the highest elevations here in a relatively flat North Texas. So if you're going to build a big antenna tower, you might as well take advantage of terrain when you can. So that's what's happening at Cedar Hill. So those antennas are to the southeast of Dallas, of this airport. And we'll see those antennas in just a minute. But yeah, don't worry, these planes aren't getting anywhere close to those towers, but it just kind of looks that way from here. There they are. There you see, poised for takeoff. What looks to be American Flight 679 headed off to Chicago O'Hare. It's a 737 MAX 8. We're seeing more of these here at the airport. For a while, we were not seeing any, or very few American Airlines MAX planes, but here's one of them. As far as what's coming up in the future here at the big airport, we should be seeing fairly soon the daily flight from Korean Air coming in from Seoul. We've got a DHL 767 on the way in from Cincinnati. Japan Airlines 777 coming in from Haneda Airport in Tokyo. And the Qatar Cargo 777, which we saw arriving while we were setting up, is scheduled to go out in the 8 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone. So I don't know if we're going to see any 747 action. I don't know. I think we have to leave a little early to be able to see the two 777s coming in from the Middle East on Qatar and Emirates. We did see them coming in right after one another on Sunday morning. In fact, that was how we ended our program, with a couple of triples. John High is our newest subscriber. Thank you, John. And I think this flight to Chicago is getting ready to go. Off to the Windy City it goes. Here comes an E-Jet touching down from Springfield, Missouri. It's like American Eagle Flight 3976 if I read it right off my screen. And it needs to clear the runway pretty quickly because coming up right behind it is American Airlines Flight 2266 from San Antonio. It'll be Airbus A321. That's what I'm trying to say. And you can see the sky is beginning to lighten up.
American 2782, there's your 1 air right. American 2782, good morning, wind 16005, runway 1 right, clear 2 land, hold short, attack with Bravo for stop. 1 right, clear land, hold short, Bravo, American 2782.
Another successful landing. As the tempo picks up here at DFW Airport. Flight 3475, American Eagle, an Embraer 175, coming in from Midland, Texas. It will have been in the skies for less than an hour when it touches down. Casey says, in 2.5 hours, both my Qatar and Emirates flights are coming in. Well, regrettably, I don't think we'll be able to bring those to you today. Lance says, sunrise over the soul of Texas. Wow, I can only think of sunrise over the heart of... Oh, I can't read what he said. Hold on. I'll get back to you, Lance. This Airbus A321 comes to us by way of Indianapolis, Indiana. In the Hoosier State. Flight 2782 is what that was. Should tilt up that camera a bit to give you more sky.
American 2782, Echo 4 high speed, we're parking east to west. Echo 4 high speed, parking east side, American 2782.
So anyway, Lance was saying sunrise over the soul of Texas. Wow, I can only think of sunrise over the heart of Australia as a rival. Dawn at Long Reach, Queensland was amazing. Well, we've got some pretty good sunsets and sunrises here in the state of Texas. Well, here's what Casey may have been talking about before. There's the big American flag over by the North Radar Tower there, which does appear to be at half staff. I don't know why. as a plane sails in from Greensboro over on the east side. So from now on, we're going to see a lot of silhouettes, as we don't really have much in the way of cloud cover in the eastern sky this morning. That American Eagle flight emanating from Waco, Texas, a 31-minute journey. And yeah, and again, that plane needs to get off the runway in pretty much of a hurry, because there's a plane right behind it coming in from Killeen, another regional jet. We don't want to have another go-around. This plane from Killeen in the skies for 36 minutes. It's an Embraer 175LR. Which, there it is. I was about to disclaim what you were seeing there, but finally it made an appearance. Well, it's just after, as you can see on the clock there, just after 7 o'clock here in the central time zone of the USA. So what are you watching? You're watching, that doesn't look right. You're watching Runway DFW in color, live from DFW International Airport in Texas. My name is Walt, and it's so nice to have you with us this morning. We're here for another 2 hours or so as the sun comes up and as the planes come and go. Hope you can hang out with us for some or all. And yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. No big whoop. On this Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. So there's our little station identification. Casey checking in to say that in 2.5 hours, or in 35 minutes. Where'd that go? In 35 minutes, Korean Air 787 Dreamliner will land. Coming in from Seoul. And he sent that message a couple minutes ago, so it's probably even closer than that. John Kelly Grant says, love this channel. Thank you, John. Finland guy says, what a coincidence. Greetings from Finland. We're glad to have you here, Finland guy. We do get Finnair flights in here, but we're not here at a time to see them. They come in the early afternoon. There goes, what is that? Martin Air, Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. Wow, it's already in the air. And that thing could take off from a Walmart parking lot. That American Eagle plane on want to say, came in from Gulfport. And it was a Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR. An hour and 16-minute flight from Gulfport. Next to arrive here on the west side of DFW Airport is American Eagle 3885 from Corpus Christi, Texas, an Embraer 175. Completing a flight of just about an hour. We'll switch over to tree cam to see if we can bring you all the excitement. Garth Mage is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Garth. And MSP Fly Guy is our newest member. Thank you, MSP Fly Guy. I see a plane here. Hold on a second. What is this? If I didn't know any better, I would say that's a go-around over on the east side. And I'll try to identify that momentarily, but that would appear to be our second go-around of the morning. We had one here on the west side, probably about 30, 40 minutes ago. So I was trying to give you a little, our camera doesn't go wide enough to give you the ground clearance of this plane. Does look like an American jet. Let's see here. So I think that was a flight from Philadelphia. An Airbus A321 Neo. Took off just about 3 hours ago, and it's circling around again. I still can't pull out far now. Well, there you can kind of see the ground level there. So, don't know what the situation was, but another go-around for you here on Runway DFW.
Ground number 3885 is coming across Gulf 8, and we'll call it spot 115. Way to 1 on the right, so you can turn left hand quick off. Monitor ground 185 off that way you're going.
Tennessee Monty, or unless it's TN Monty, says good morning. Brian Henry is celebrating 4 months of membership. JetBlue bringing an Airbus A321 today. Had been 220s and 320s. Okay, so thank you for that, Brian. We don't generally see the Airbus planes over here because they generally inhabit the east side of the airport because their terminal E is over on the east side. Nova Rain says, "Heyo, Walt and chat peeps." Dwayne C., channel member, says, "Good morning, all from West Fort Worth, getting ready for the sunrise." Dan Norton says, "Big respect for hosting, camera operating, live switching, and still reading comments. Not easy by yourself. Great work, Walt." Well, thank you. It's, you know, one of those things you get used to in broadcasting. It's kind of, I guess, analogous to being a radio disc jockey where you've got records going and carts. Well, I guess they don't have carts anymore, but But there's always lots of things going on. You got to get ready for a commercial and get ready to hit the network and do all that stuff. So, and I've been in broadcasting since the year 1975. So. But as I've said on a number of occasions before, this is all great fun for me. It is like having your own TV station. Something I dreamed of as a child, but you know, something that never seemed really within the realm of possibility, given the fact that you needed to have buildings and transmitting towers and studios and lots of people. And so here, thanks to YouTube, here I am. And it's all great fun. Well, over there, poised for takeoff on runway 18 left is American Flight 1210, a 737-800. It is bound for Chicago O'Hare. In the meantime, we have American Eagle Flight 3647 coming in from Abilene, Texas, an Embraer 175. Let's scrunch our lens out here, bring you that. I believe I may be the first person in history to ever say scrunch their lens out. I don't know how that nomenclature came to my brain. That is a cargo plane, as you may have suspected. I don't have the destination for it just quite yet. It's nice to see a little bit of variety here. Something with a spinning propeller. And that spinning propeller plane is Martin Air Flight 680. It's going to Wichita Falls. It's a Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master. And we salute you, 20th century aircraft. Ronald Smith says, when you have your own broadcast channel, you can say, scrunch your lens out. Well, thank you for that reinforcement of the power of YouTubing. So off to Wichita Falls it shall be going. Wichita Falls is in Texas here, just to the northwest of Dallas-Fort Worth. Probably about an hour drive. It is one of the short, American Eagle flies there with passengers, and on a jet that's about a 25 minute trip. And Casey letting us know that Martin Air flies feeder aircraft out of the UPS Air hub. So when your package has to get to, I don't know, Chicago from Wichita Falls, I guess it flies in and out of here. They hand it over to one of the big UPS jets, and there it goes. That Philadelphia flight we saw go around just a minute ago, or a couple minutes ago, is now making a return appearance. We should see it here coming into view shortly. It's coming in on the east side again. This was flight 2340, American Airlines, which we saw go around maybe 15 minutes ago, I guess. It's kind of small in our picture because it's far away. Arriving on the east side, it'll be on landing, hopefully, this time on runway 17 left. And it was so high up in the sky last time we couldn't even zoom out to kind of show you a relationship between the plane and the ground, but this time it does look as though it's on a trajectory to make a landing.
Takeoff 18 left, runway 3552.
And because it's landing on the east side, we'll just see it kind of go out of sight here. But we were able to bring you back full circle to that plane we saw earlier, going around. So there is the Martin Air flight. I think that's the same plane. So let's see how many seconds it takes to take off.
Switching on board 3552 will be. American local 910, it would be kilo cross runway 18 right, hold short of runway 18 left. Kilo cross 18 right, hold short 18 left, American local 910.
Will it be up in the air before it clears Terminal B over here? Let's see. You're looking at Terminal B there in the background. And there it is. It goes up way before it gets to Terminal D. Which is there. All right, it's about time for us here at Runway DFW to switch over to our daytime camera as that will get us a little closer into the action.
5660, pass close to 135.975.
I think I've gotten this now down to a science where I can switch over in short order, but let's just see what happens. Got a couple cables to switch out, a lens cap to put on. It seems ironic that the camera that we're about to switch over to here is physically much smaller, but it can give us a much closer in picture. It just doesn't want to do that very well at nighttime. So that camera is put away. Slide in our dayside camera here. Plug in the power. And let's see what we got here. There you go. We were able to capture the rising sun there here on runway DFW. We say hello to Uncle Car Guy from Indianapolis. Hello, Uncle Car Guy. You missed it, Uncle Car Guy. We had a flight coming in from Indianapolis earlier this morning here on runway DFW. Another reason to watch the replays, I guess. The giant orb, says Dwayne. Oh, there goes a DART train. Look at that. Trains, planes, and automobiles. All for you here on runway DFW. People seem to like the sunrise. Helios, says Nova Rain. Mark Pell said sunspots are visible to the naked eye in that sunrise shot, a rare treat. And Karen Monson says that sun is beautiful, but it also looks hot. Yeah. Well, as you can see on the temperature on the screen, now I haven't converted that to Celsius for our international viewers, but it's very comfortable here this morning. Shirt sleeve weather. It's another look at the sun before it goes away. It's gotten a little high. I can't, if I could stop down the f-stop of this lens, we'd probably see some sunspots, but this camera's kind of on auto mode right now. And I know we came here to watch planes. Where are the planes? They've all but disappeared from the skies over us. They were looking towards the east, kind of a hazy look towards downtown Dallas. You can't see too much of it right now. There's the East Tower, and you can very vaguely see those skyscrapers to the left of the screen in downtown Dallas. I think the last time I checked, there was some sort of an air quality alert going on today. And it looks like we may have runway inspection at the moment. So we may not be seeing any planes for a little bit. At least over here on the west side. So that gives us a chance to say hello to our pals over there at the UPS cargo facility. Here unloading one of the 3 MD-11s that is getting unloaded. Hello, you guys. Our moderator and channel member, Ms. Wolves 13, says 200 likes. Thank you, everyone. Well, I see 280 likes. Oh no, 200, yeah, 200 likes. I'm looking at the number of people who are watching. Hey, look who's here. It's Michelle RS, another one of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation, a very early supporter of this channel. Thank you, Michelle RS. Mary Extraordinaire, channel member, says, way out, way out. That's where the sun is, way out, way out. Good morning, Walt and fellow live chatters. And channel member Waters is with us, saying, afternoon, Walt, afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here with us, Waters. Terry M says, coffee with Walt and his plane's a good way to spend your morning. Thanks from Michigan. Our pal Chuck Topo Chico Tolsma checking in. Says, good morning. Thank you, Chuck. And a super chat, a $10 super chat from Todd Davies. Thank you for giving us your time to allow us to see these aviation wonders. Well, you know, Todd, it works both ways. I really enjoy doing this. And I feel very fortunate to be able to bring this to you. There is our automated thank you to Todd. Put that $10 in the kitty to help pay for our streaming expenses. Ryan Buntrock says, good morning, Walt. Really enjoyed your LAX stream. We had 2 streams from LAX, one from the Hill, which, and again, I have to thank Kevin of Airline Videos Live for helping us out with that. It was the Thursday that I got there, which was very early this month, a couple weeks ago. And he provided the transportation for me to get over there, gave me a battery and a table. And it was a nice setup, and we were able to broadcast for about, I don't know, a little more than 3 hours from Clutter's Park with that spectacular view overlooking the south side of the airport. And then the next day, because it was so close to the H Hotel, I said, well, let me go over and check out the economy parking garage. And so I did, and had a few technical issues, but for the most part it went well, and it was so fun to see those planes coming right over you there on the north side of LAX. And then on Sunday morning, I wasn't feeling particularly well, as we welcome Flaming Gala as a subscriber. Thank you. So on Sunday morning, I went over very early to Clutter's Park to set up for a kind of a pre-show before Kevin did his big Sunday broadcast, and it started raining, and so I had to abandon ship very quickly. Well, Korean Air Flight 31 just snuck in on us. Coming in from Seoul, it was waved in on runway 13 right, which is a runway we cannot see from our vantage point here at Founders Plaza. It's to the west of us. And as we go back and look at the map, there you see over on the left-hand side of your screen, runway 13 right, which is where Korean Air Flight came in from Seoul, Flight 31, to 7879 Dreamliner. We will get to see it here in just a couple of a minute or two. We'll see it on that shot as it makes its way over to Terminal D, the international terminal. Channel member Irish Dublin says, good morning. Good morning to you, Irish Dublin. I believe you're in Houston, if I'm not mistaken, or at least that's where I remember you checking in from previously. Jimmy Henry says, I would love to become a member, but being on a limited Social Security budget, I'm quite content to watch and like. Folks like us sort of depend on gifted memberships. Well, Jimmy, it's our pleasure to bring you this. You don't have to feel in any way inferior for not being a member. This channel is open to all. We don't have any. There's some channels out there who do have content which is only for members. I kind of shy away from that because I'm kind of like a big tent here. Occasionally I'll put up something that's specifically for our members, but hey, you subscribe to this channel and it helps us grow, and give us a like. Both of those things are free, and you have my great appreciation just for watching. We're glad to have you with us. So there's no membership shame here at Runway DFW. We're glad to have all of our viewers from across the spectrum. And we're still waiting to see that powder blue 787 rolling through our picture. Michael says, just switched over from the night stream from Brisbane, Australia, and enjoying your stream. Well, thank you, Michael. There it is. Here's that Dreamliner. So, oh, and there's another Dreamliner in the foreground. It's coming out of the American Airlines hangar onto its next assignment. So yeah, it is kind of a hazy day here as we look down south of us. That plane is probably, it's at least a mile, maybe a mile and a half away from us. It's a big airport. But there's nothing coming in right now. It looks like, I think they're still doing some runway inspections. So, unlike sometimes when a plane comes in on 13 right and has to wait for traffic on the other runways to clear. Looks like this one's getting a green light to go right over to Terminal D. That American Airlines 787-8 is also headed over to the terminal area after making sure everything was clear. So you got double Dreamliners there in that shot. That flight from Seoul, almost a 12-hour run for its passengers and crew. Clocking in at 11 hours and 55 minutes right now. And of course, they get the benefit of the jet stream coming this way from the Far East. It's a little longer flight when you go back the other way. Well, speaking of wide-bodied jets, how about a 767 for you this morning? We're going to swing around here, catch the arrival of ABX Air Flight 2042, operating on behalf of DHL, and where is it? Oh, there it is. It's in my favorite ketchup and mustard livery. That's all right. I was a little focused in. Austin is here. So I came in from Cincinnati. An hour and 51-minute flight. And this one may take the cake for our 20th century planes of the day. So let's get the jingle singers all fired up here. Oh, we need to do that again.
1992.
That's not right. I was blinded by the sun. Okay, we're going to do this again. We're going to delete that last part where it said 1992. And as soon as I get this tripod balanced, kind of has a mind of its own.
1982.
There we go, 1982. Hey, Kate Christensen has just gifted 5 Tri-Jet memberships to viewers, so have at it. Non-membered viewers, take advantage of that.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Good,
Good to see you again.
I mean, it's great, yeah.
That's all right. I was kind of locked in on this, and I did get a little startled, but it was not. It's not a problem.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay. Not what?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. We've got another heavy jet coming in. This one from Buenos Aires, I believe. Yes. It's going to be American Flight 996, completing a almost 10-hour flight from the southern hemisphere. 787-800, and it'll be coming in right over there just a moment from now. A plane that is but 8 years old. So there's Austin, who's come to see us right over there, standing next to me. He's got, there you go.
Copy that, 985.
My radio on. Got my radio on for you.
Oh, good. Super. Here comes the flight from Buenos Aires, the big Dreamliner. We have a dog on the loose here at Founders Plaza. Well, Mary Extraordinaire says, "Hey, Austin." Dr. Mark in Texas says, "Good morning, Walt. Weather not so bad." No, not at all. And again, we salute Kate Christensen for gifting 5 memberships, Tri-Jet memberships here on Runway DFW. Thank you so much for helping build our membership community. Say good morning to Cody Reynolds. And to Timmy Two Shoes says hello to the mods, the show, the mods, and the chat, and all that stuff. We have going out here. Looks like American Flight 1884 to Santa Ana, California, 737-800. As we've got a flight coming in from Omaha, Nebraska. Ooh, it is going to be a hazy day here, I think. I have a puppy dog who's getting a little exercise time here at Founders Plaza. Oh, that's your dog? What's his name or her name?
Izzy.
What'd you say?
Her name is Izzy.
Izzy? Well, that's Austin's dog. He's patrolling the ground. She's patrolling the grounds. Oh. Uh-oh. Hello there, Izzy. Yeah.
Good to meet you first time.
Seems like a friendly pooch. Okay, what do you got there, Austin? It's a Dallas Stars playoff edition towel. Are they in the playoffs?
We're going to start up again.
Okay, I've kind of lost track of the Stars, but too much.
I feel like I'm on videos live right now.
Well, check back. I think next month. Kevin said he's coming out. That's a little early for him, I think. Well, yeah, he's in the Western time zone. Cody Reynolds says, Izzy, the official dog of Runway DFW. Well, we're looking over here. Let's take a look at the flags. You can see that there's not much in the way of wind today. What there is of it is coming from the south, but it's pretty gentle. So we've got cargo. Is that cargo going into that MD-11 there? See if we can get you a little closer look. Scatman Noib says, go NHL hockey, best pro sport. I saw they put in a new scoreboard at the American Airlines Center where the Stars and the Mavericks play. A new state-of-the-art scoreboard, bigger, big giant video screen. It had a pretty big one before, but I guess you got to keep up with the changes. Hey, and speaking of keeping up, how would you guys like to see a Qatar Cargo plane? I know I would. And it looks like one is getting ready to go on out. It came in early this morning. In fact, I think I saw it come.
On the move.
Huh?
Qatar Airways is on the move.
Yeah.
Qatar Cargo on it.
It'll be a 777 going to Liege.
Last time she took off on this side. She took off on this side. I missed her by.
Well,
a
I'm hoping so. It's a 4-year-old 777, and
I get her today. I get her today.
so we'll see what happens. We've got our camera A poised for it to make an appearance here.
Doesn't it feel like you're Kevin, I'm Rudy?
Pardon?
Doesn't it feel like you're Kevin, I'm Rudy?
No, it doesn't feel that way. No. They're you see an ambulance pulling out. Julian Mansion says good morning. Hello, Julian. Boxcar Philly says new subscriber checking in from Alliston, Ontario. Well, another Canadian viewer. Pleasure to have you here, Boxcar Philly. That doesn't sound like a very Canadian handle. Jimmy Henry, who is a new member, says, well, I'm going off to the chat to watch on the big screen TV. Don't do well on this tablet-y thing. I really don't do computers at all. I'm a low-tech man in a high-tech world. Well, you found us, and that's what counts. So thank you, Jimmy, and we're glad you got a membership. Let's see. We have, well, if we still have any Indiana viewers on hand, we've got a plane coming in from Fort Wayne, Indiana. American Eagle Flight 3424, be an Embraer 175 LR. And I guess we'll swing this thing around and bring you the arrival of that aircraft. Comes. So Austin, I see you brought some planes today. Looks like you've got a One World. Let's see here. So just leave them right there because that's where the camera's focused. Oops. Well, the camera was focused. No, they're fine. So we've got a UPS 747 and an American Airlines One World aluminum livery skin there. What does it do? Oh, it's got a light. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Well, you'll just have to get out here earlier next time.
This was my problem. Before I had to get out, I don't want my grandpa bring me out here.
Oh, okay.
I can't drive.
Yeah. Well, we told you about that Qatar 777, and lo and behold, there it is. And again, this is going to Liege in Belgium, I believe that is.
I think my radio just said this car 1 to 4.15.
Josie G, or Jose G, not sure. Good afternoon from Nairobi in Kenya. Thank you for being here from the big continent. Q says Chuck Tolsma. Steven Solito says, good morning, Walt. How was your trip at LAX? It was great. I loved it. My only regret was that the final day I was there, I fell ill. and had to kind of curtail my activities that I'd hoped to do. Which was, I had planned to spend the day out there on the at Clutter's Park with Kevin and Rudy, but I only made a token appearance there. If you were in the United States and watched the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, I don't know, I kind of thought of it in my mind as, you know, when Bob Hope was in the next studio recording one of his specials, he would just stumble into the Tonight Show set, you know, in the middle of someone else being interviewed, and plug his little his special on with Johnny Carson, and of course Carson would let him do it, and he was well known, Bob Hope was, for just kind of barging in like that, and the band would strike up Thanks for the Memories, and then Bob Hope would walk out and he'd sit there for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then he'd say, well, I got to go back, and that was it. He'd walk out. So I kind of did the same thing to Kevin and Rudy, not that I'm a Bob Hope caliber character, but I wasn't feeling that good on that Sunday afternoon. But I had some Buc-ee's goodies that I needed to present them with. So I found my way out there on public transportation and had my mask on. I handed them the bag of goodies. And I say, bye, everybody. And called a Lyft to take me back to the hotel where I crashed until it was time to get on the airplane. But that was the last day of my trip. The rest of it was just magical, seeing all those planes and the various places to see them from, and just hanging out with all the av geeks. So let's see, there's no planes that are taking off from over here right now. No planes coming in. The playing field is clear. But I can't tell yet whether this plane's going to make a right turn on 18 left and take off, or if it's going to be dispatched over to the east side of the airport for its journey to Europe. Let's find out. It appears to be on a trajectory to the east side of DFW Airport. So alas, we will not be able to see it take off directly from over here. We'll try to pick it up as it goes into the sky from over on the east side. Well, that brings us to the 8 o'clock hour here at Runway DFW. Let us identify ourselves. Is this going to work? Nope, that's not going to work. We'll try this one. You're watching Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport here in the great state of Texas in the USA. Walt with you here for another hour. This is our final hour because we got to go do our other job. So, I hope you can spend some more time with us as we bring you the aircraft on this Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. There's Austin over there. Here's me over here. And we're glad to have you amongst us. Well, someone else who has to leave for work is Skittles, a channel member, says, Walt and DFW friends, it's been great to be with you all this morning. Sadly, I have to leave for work now. It's a 60-mile drive for me. I have to be there at 7:30 a.m. And, of course, Skittles is in the great state of Washington on the West Coast, so she's 2 hours behind us, where it's just after 6 a.m. So have a safe trip, Skittles. Glad to have had you spend some time with us today. And you'd almost think the airport has closed down, but nay, because just seconds from now we'll be seeing Japan Airlines Flight 12 arriving from Haneda Airport in Tokyo. That'll be 777.
DFW Japan has a heavy now 5 mile on final. Our parking bay west side. Japan Air 12 heavy deep turn, runway 18 right, clear to land, wind 1706. Clear to land, runway 18 right, Japan 70.
So there you see, we're looking kind of towards the northeast there as we await the arrival of Japan Airlines Flight 12. This aircraft left Tokyo 10 hours and 40 minutes ago. Oh, you gonna go? Okay, great to see you, Austin. Hope to see you again. Maybe next month, if Kevin comes, you can stop by. Maybe. I don't think it's firmed the plans up yet, but okay. Let's see, where is that plane? No, it's still about maybe 30 seconds away. So stand by for that plane.
Wait check. Wind 1706. Thank you.
Somebody's backing up somewhere. All right, so Flight 12 is just about to cross Highway 121. And there it is. I see it. You see it. We all see it on runway DFW. So that plane will taxi over to Terminal D, discharge its passengers, and get ready for the return trip. Michelle R.S. poses a question. Has everyone tapped that like button so everyone can find this amazing channel? Well, thank you for that. So far we have, let's see, 280 likes and 1 thumbs down. What did we do to make them mad? I don't know. A Bigfoot 777, says Chuck. Our friend and channel member Raina Taylor says, I hit the like button. Todd Davies says, is Streamlabs the only way to donate monthly? Well, no, you can be a member, a channel member, and donate monthly, although that does take a bigger chunk out of your donation. YouTube does with a channel membership, which, you know, to me it's fair because of what YouTube does to let us bring you this channel. So yeah, there are two ways to do it. There is Frontier Flight 2711. It has Cloud, the three-wattled bellbird on its tail, and because of the backlighting, I don't know really if we can do justice to Cloud, the three-wattled bellbird. Visually speaking, on the tail of that A321. And we would tell you where it is going, but we do not know.
Runway 3384, that's Whiskey Kilo, hold short, runway 15.
It is getting very hazy. You can see the I mean, it almost looks like fog. It's not fog, just haze.
Line up and wait at runway 1, I think it's 18 left up to 724. Company 18 left, Dolphins and
We have a new subscriber in the name of Bimal Vora. So Bimal, or Bimal, thank you for your subscription to Runway DFW. And once again, a subscription is free of charge.
Frontier 2711, contact approach. Good day, Frontier 2711.
And we are acknowledging Doug Hewson as a member. Thank you, Doug. There is Delta Flight 724. It's an Airbus A320, which means we may get a Wookiee roar here, but again, I don't have information about where it is going. Frankly Flying says, hey Walt, Runway DFW, are you glad to see you following the Dork Fest streams? Are you feeling better? I am. Pretty close to 100%. Not, still a little. Still need me afternoon nap, but other than that, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. So there goes Delta Flight 724 off to somewhere. We cannot tell you where. we're not allowed to know.
Tower, American 1034, inbound visual, 1A right.
Well, now I've done it again. I've done the split screen thing, which somehow I do that, and I don't know how I do that.
Little in, 1A right, American 1034.
Actually kind of worked out that way. Michelle RS says, I'm over the heat. LOL. Bill Thompson alerts us that Delta flight is going to Salt Lake City, so thank you for providing us with that additional information, Bill. Moments from now, we'll be seeing American Airlines Flight 1034. Destination, well, origination, Guadalajara in Mexico. It'll be a 737-800.
Cross 18 left at Golf 8 and 0.65 on current 0.85 on US American 2263.
I was talking about that single thumbs down on our stream. Karen Monson channel member says, I'll bet the thumbs down was a typo. It can happen sometimes. I guess you're right. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We're just one thumbs up away from 300, so that's pretty good for a morning stream. Channel member Dwayne C. says, we have an ozone alert over North Texas today. Light winds don't mix the atmosphere. We get this frequently. Yes, we do. So everything is extra hazy today. And I don't know if there's a way to show it to you or to illustrate it to you other than when we go in tight on some of our shots. Things just don't look particularly clear. Here comes a flight from Guadalajara in Mexico that we told you about a little bit earlier. How long does it take to get here from Guadalajara, you ask? 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Golf A, cross 18 left and ground 0.5, American 1034. Ground 0.85, thanks.
Well, here's a little better illustration of the haze this morning. That's the East Tower, which is normally quite distinct when skies are clear, but it's kind of hazy. And I don't think we can any longer see any of the Dallas skyline in the background there. Impulse Aviation wants to know if there's any chance I'll be streaming on the 1st of October. I sent you a request to capture a friend's flight. I don't know. I usually schedule streams. I don't have a set schedule, kind of like some channels do, because I have other stuff I have to do, like grandfatherly stuff and work stuff and chores around the house, and so I'll see what I can do. I mean, I always like to accommodate requests. That is not a problem whenever I can. Tentatively, our next stream is probably going to be Friday night, starting around 8:30. And I don't even know what day of the month that is. 28th would be Thursday, 29th, so I guess that'd be the 29th. Well, we'll see. Looky here, they've buttoned up this MD-11, one of the three that are here. The two other MD-11s that UPS has here both have cargo doors still open. The one that's immediately in front of us, which is here, that's the one that came in most recently. And I can't tell if they're putting stuff in or taking stuff out. I'm guessing they're putting, yeah, it looks like they're putting stuff in there. Channel member Kate Christensen says, high pollen alert here in East Texas today. Break out the Claritin. And Ms. Wolves 13 alerts us to 300 likes. Thank you all so much. Thank you very much to all who did that, and to Ms. Wolves 13. Well, there's a One World livery. We kind of caught the tail end of that flight coming in from Mexico City at 737-800. American flight 1066. A 2-hour and 6-minute journey from the Mexico City capital, or from the Mexican capital. Raymond Hurst up early with us says good morning from California. Good morning, Raymond. Thanks for, I guess, starting your day with us. Unless you're getting off a late shift and kind of winding down. Either way is fine. This is American Flight 1729. It's going to Fresno, California. 737-800. And as it prepares to take off for the left coast, here comes American Eagle Flight 4936, which was most recently in Aguascalientes, Mexico, on a CRJ 700 or 701 ER, most likely. I believe this is still the Fresno-bound aircraft. And as it goes out, American Flight 1395 from Minneapolis, St. Paul is coming in on a 737-800. We don't see that plane yet, but we'll probably pull out to include it once it enters our viewing portal. You can probably hear it. Starting to get busy as it normally does in the 9 o'clock hour here at Runway DFW. American Flight 941 from Monterrey, Mexico is vectoring in for an arrival on an Airbus A319. Got a couple or three planes over there ready to take off.
We'll see American 1729. Tower, I'm with 3347, just confirm line for lane 111. Roger, line for lane 111, I'm with 3347.
TriStar Darren says, good morning, Walt. Hope you're feeling better after falling ill in LA. And I'll have to...
On to B Park, 1 left, take off on my 3347.
Darren is celebrating 2 months of membership. He says, did you enjoy Cranky Dork Fest and the rooftop party? I really did. And so that E-jet's kind of moving into position there. That one is, and then there's another one. So boy, now in addition to being backlit, we've got this haze to contend with. So the plane landing was the one from Monterey. The plane taking off was going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Channel member Tom Marchant says, good morning, mods. Thank you for the welcome. And we give thanks for a $2 super chat from Emre Yurtas. Hey, Walt, glad to see you're okay. I was worried. Well, a lot of people expressed really kind thoughts, reached out and said, hey, Walt, how you doing? And it was all very nice and gratifying, and I appreciate everyone who wrote in. But yeah, I'm doing good. Another E-jet is making its way to the runway here. That was from Peoria, Illinois. American Eagle 3486 was that. Mario Seip says, hello, Dallas Airport and Michelle from Berlin. Guten Tag to you.
Hey, clear cross 18 left with Kilo, Grand 25.
There is what appears to be an American Airlines plane But that's not important right now.
Envoy 3615, so take it in.
Oh, breakfast. Because what is important right now, here's the important, we cover the important stuff here. Like the departure of an MD-11. Looky there. In all of its tri-jet glory, it has pushed back. Chances are it's going to Louisville. And it is.
20 left way, American 4740.
And we do need to announce to you the year of its birth.
1992.
You were potted down there, singers. Try it again.
1992.
That's better. So we are fans of the tri-jet because, you know, as I'm sure most of you know, it's not an aircraft which we'll be able to see too much longer. So we like to document its comings and goings whenever we can. Yeah, and I'm keeping my eye on other things to make sure we don't miss any heavy jet arrivals or departures.
On every part to take off, 20 left, 94371. Left, climb away, envoy 3917.
Hello in there. RB777 says, what a magnificent aircraft the MD-11 is, one of my favorite aircraft.
Oh, shorter one, left, the Whiskey Mike, 362.
And I have to say, and I've said this before, it's not my favorite design for an aircraft. Looks a little kludgy with that engine there slapped on the tail. But I recognize it for being an iconic aircraft. And again, one which we won't see too very much more of. MJ Scanlon Photography lets us know that this aircraft was an ex-Delta Airlines and ex-World Airways passenger plane back in the day. Thank you, MJ.
2371, good.
MJ Scanlon, the only member, the only subscriber to Runway DFW who has, to my knowledge, who has created the photography for a U.S. postage stamp. I can't remember the exact specifics, but it was for a series on the Mississippi River. And Karen says, love the UPS cargo planes. And Chuck Tolsma with a mathematical equation for us. 3 engines is greater than 2 engines. Who would not agree with that? But as a corollary, does that mean then that 4 engines is greater than 3 engines? Or are they equal? Okay, there's MJ Scanlon with a clarification of my recollection. The Mississippi River series of U.S. postage stamps, my photo, he said, was used to represent Tennessee. So if you are a philatelist, I think that's how they pronounce it, go get yourself one of those. Go get yourself that series of stamps. No, they're still warming up the engines over there, aren't they? I was hoping to get us a nice series of the plane pulling out. And we'll still do that for you.
See the runway going forward? The MD-11 stickers on there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Radar sound?
I think they did a little change to it. Yeah. Austin is still with us. He's having a Whataburger breakfast. I see movement in the cockpit. Abraham says, greetings, Walt. Good AM. Good AM to you back, Abraham. If you're just joining us, we're now in the final half hour of today's broadcast, live from DFW Airport. We're kind of focusing in right now on this classic MD-11 aircraft, which is just about getting ready to take off to Louisville. We did, by way of video recording, get a chance to show you another MD-11 arriving before we went on the air. We did a replay of that after we started up the broadcast today. And it's on the move.
On that land, we're paid off 18 left, street 1. We're in front of we're working away 350 back.
Hmm?
I don't like where he-
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
I don't like where he's going.
Well, we'll just have to live with it.
I gave him one to the center today.
Hmm.
So we're going to see him take off on the east side.
That's probably likely. It's likely. I said it's likely to go to the east side.
American 883 on the visual.
I don't know. That one's still got its door open. That one's sealed up. Did what? Oh yeah.
How was your trip?
Oh, it was good.
I saw you wore a mask. I saw you wore a mask on the plane.
I did.
Good job. It's good.
It didn't seem to help, but
It didn't help.
well, I got sick on the way back.
You got sick.
Yes. I fell ill for a couple of weeks, so.
That's why you didn't go live for a couple of days?
Huh?
Is that why you didn't go live?
That's why I wasn't live for 2 weeks.
I was wondering where you were.
Well, that's where I was. That's where I was. I was in sick bay. I do. Thank you. I'm almost 100% there now. It's a 777 going out from the American Airlines hangar. That's Austin Swafford, who is a friend of the channel. Haven't seen him in a while. He came out here to do a little plane spotting and say hello.
Runway 18 left, runway 35.
So I haven't been able to hear the air traffic control clearly enough to know if this aircraft will be headed over to the east side of the airport for takeoff. It's likely that that's what's going to happen.
Alright, Blair, clear for takeoff from runway 18 left, runway 35. Flight away 18 left, American 1174.
We are grateful for a 10-pound super chat from a few trains at channel member. A little something so you can grab a coffee to start your day off well. Well, thank you so much, a few trains at. That is indeed what I'll be doing as soon as I pack up all this gear. I'll be going to get a coffee and start my work.
Right and 18 left.
Oh, okay.
And ground 0.65 on the Yankee Bridge. GPS 2751 heavy.
Watching the planes go by here at Runway DFW. And a thumbs up from our friend a few trains at. Where'd that MD go? Oh, I think we gotta follow it along here. It is on the move.
Flight left with 2, mainland ground 85, American 883.
Almost good that I won't be broadcasting beyond 9 a.m. because it's just getting so... The viewing conditions are subpar, as you can see. And I don't know if this is something that's going to burn off or if it's going to linger through the day.
Departure through Plaza.
So yeah, here we're going to have to keep a track of this one because it's going over to the east side for to begin its journey back to the World Port in Louisville.
Bravo for traffic. 6537, scripting coming turn, hold short, next to Bravo.
Oklahoma Aviation says, hello, Runway DFW. I just subscribed. Well, thank you, Oklahoma Aviation. Appreciate it.
Takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 18 left on the Air Dreamliner, 1174.
American Flight 1174 is going to Guadalajara, Mexico. And it is now rolling down runway 18 left.
Tower Morning American 2880, visual 18 right. Clear to land on 18 right, hold short of taxiway Bravo, American 2880.
Almost looks like I have a nylon stocking stretched over the screen, over the lens to give it that kind of hazy, smoky, indistinct look. But no, this is as you can see it right here. If you were to be live. MJ Scanlon says UPS 767 from Atlanta is coming around, is on the downwind leg for a 18 right arrival, 7 minutes out. So thank you for that alert. That will coincide with our wind down.
Our Neptune, clear for takeoff, 18 left, on board 7932, thank you for the 18 left, minus 18.
Okay, we've got American Flight 2880, which is on final approach now from, where is this coming from? Fort Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls in the Dakotas.
Echo Bravo short 18 left, American 537.
Flip around here where the air looks to be a little clearer. Sioux Falls, an hour and 31 minutes out.
RNSB Park 18 left, clear for takeoff.
At least coming in this direction.
Departure good day, number 3983.
So we welcome the Sioux Fallsians to our airport here. The West Palm Beachians will be next to arrive. They're coming in from Florida. It's a 2.5 hour journey from sunny FLA. This will be American Flight 1220, 737-800.
8 cross 18 left, Foxland Alpha on the other ground, American 2880. Present.
Bravo, cross 18 left, Fox Alpha 0, break near standard depth.
375, any correct, full figure, at Alpha 5. Departure American 2515 today.
I'm looking over to the east side now where the MD-11 is about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5th in line to take off.
Hold short Bravo, clear to right. Clear to land.
So keep an eye on that. That noise you hear there is a groundskeeper who is fertilizing the grass here at Founders Plaza. We get a good morning from Veronica Peters.
Our nav land, we're rolling 1A left on board.
As we saw that 737-800 coming in from Colorado Springs, American Flight 2788, and Veronica was celebrating 2 months of membership. So thank you, Veronica. And she says, good morning, Walt. Good morning to you. Appreciate your membership in our channel. Keeps the wheels on. I didn't mean to throw our screen into disarray there. Yeah, we got a lot of planes getting ready to take off over there. That looks like an Airbus A319, if I've ever seen one. Do not have a destination for that one. That was American Flight 2204, 737-800 coming in from Richmond, Virginia.
Right, clear line, EPS 2307 heavy.
And Rosemary is a new subscriber. Thank you, Rosemary. So this is that baby bus for which we do not have a destination.
Echo Alpha, full short, one left
American Flight 2560 coming in from Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. So we're gonna, here it comes.
Okay, we'll hold short Alpha now for American 27. You want a left turn off for UPS 2307 heavy?
No, I got 3 miles. You want to go to Whiskey Mike, UPS 2307 heavy?
Yeah, we'll do Whiskey Mike, UPS 2307 heavy, thanks.
So there you go, 10-year-old aircraft touching down. And they headed up our way.
2680, visual 1A right.
After it circles back.
Clear land 1A right, hold short.
Let me see if we've got anything on the immediate agenda that we don't want to miss.
792 heavy cross 20 left with kilogram 25.
Cross 18 left.
Carlos Rivera is a new subscriber. Thank you,
American
Carlos.
local 792.
And it looks like the UPS MD-11
Alright, Charlie to the rim, 0.85, we'll monitor UPS 2307.
is second in line now. Well, it's going to be first in line in just a second.
Clear to cross 1 right at Bravo, hold short 1 left, American 2195.
Emery Urtis with another $2 super chat. Thank you, Emery. The baby bus is going to Mexico City. Okay, thank you for that. That was one of those mystery planes we had encountered.
111, come pick up on 320.
3670? 3670, all the way 3670 and 18 left line up point.
So leave it to our viewers to keep us informed.
Blue Tower, American 2558, approaching 9318 right. 2558,
That was American Flight 1281 arriving from Fort Myers, Florida on an Airbus A321. And now let's see if we can see this here MD-11 takeoff. It might be our final bird of the morning. Hello, pleasure to meet you. I'm Walt. Good to meet you.
And just for a heads up, 25.
Okay, so the MD-11 is now pointing its nose. Okay, see you. Thanks for coming. That was Austin.
Departure on way 3782 is good.
So anyway, we're on the lookout for, we won't be able to see it lifting off the runway, but we will be able to see it as it comes up from behind buildings, terminal buildings there. So the MD-11 is now on the move. This is exciting. It should go up at about a 45-degree angle when we catch a glimpse of it. There it is. There it is.
Short 20 left, this is American 26,
Goes up, kind of levels out a little bit.
Keep steady, good morning, only 30.5, visual 1 right.
And makes a gentle turn as it begins its flight to Louisville. All right, well, we got to see one take off. We got to see one land. And there's a bunch of planes which we are just not going to get to today because your host of Runway DFW has to make like a tree and leave. So what are we going to do now? Well, first of all, we are going to say thank you.
Take care now.
We are going to say thank you to all the people, or some of the people, who make this show possible. And I'm speaking here of James Webb, the sponsor of Runway DFW. Thank you, James, for all that you do for this channel. It means a lot to us. To Airline Videos Live and Kevin for letting us see what, for loaning us, letting us make use of his battery power and for his friendship. Thank you, Kevin. And also, of course, to the Runway DFW Moderation Federation, always on guard, always there for you, the viewers, to make sure that you have a great experience can't thank you guys and gals enough. Here comes that that 767 we saw arriving just a short time ago. And as we see that go out of the picture, we're going to say thank you very much to all of our channel members of Runway DFW. Well, you know what that music means. That means we're getting on out of here. I want to thank you again for watching. Thanks to all of our new members, to our new subscribers, and to anybody who's just kind of hanging out watching us. There goes another MD-11. Darn it, I can't stay for that. But we will be back. Look for us Friday night. That's kind of tentatively what I've got penciled in here, so hope to be able to see you then. If not, we'll be back soon on Runway DFW. Set the notification bell, and that way you'll be fully informed. Until then, happy contrails to you until we meet again. Bye, everybody, from Runway DFW.
For overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.